Welcome, everybody, to the Paws Up Halftime Report. I am Jake Gibson, joined alongside my friend and co-host Kevin Barral. And Kevin, oh man, what a tale of two quarters. The first quarter for FIU in this game, by the way, they are leading Kennesaw State 20-17, just to clarify that. The Panthers looked a little sluggish in the first quarter, I'd say. A lot of miscues on offense, defense, and special teams. In the second quarter, they figured things out a little, I think, and now they're sitting kind of pretty with a 20-17 lead.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of struggles on the defensive side. I would say not even special teams. That was pretty bad to watch. But yeah, I mean, overall, the offense definitely took a step in that second half. So and second quarter, Kennesaw, I think historically this season has struggled a lot in the second quarter from my understanding. So
yeah.
If there was a time for FIU to really get it going, it was definitely the second quarter, and they were able to do it. Key one with 3 touchdowns, I think close to over 200 yards passing already. He's at 191.
That's really impressive.
He's having himself a day, and obviously FIU has been able to get the run game going. 128 rushing yards as a total of total offense.
Ross Forday's the leader.
Yeah, with 1 carry, obviously on the punt there, on the fake punt, which was honestly one of the cooler plays we've seen this season.
I agree.
You had the flea flicker last week, that one this season today, and yeah, I mean overall, this is a team you should be beating right now. Shouldn't be as close as it is, but obviously Kennesaw State's been playing some close games the last couple weeks, and 2 overtime games already. One against UTEP last week against a really good Sam Houston team, which lost against Jack State. So yeah, man. Overall, fine first half. Could have been better for sure. You shouldn't be. I'm hoping the second half they kind of take off and do it. But shout out Eric Rivers. 10 receiving touchdowns. First player in program history to get to the double-digit receiving touchdown marker. And now he obviously over 1,000 yards, and he has the school record for most receiving touchdowns in a single season.
So I'm really happy you brought up that fake punt because I will say, beautiful play call. No one was expecting it. You and I were not, and obviously Kennesaw was not. It felt like for a while up to that point, FIU's offense was kind of dead in the water. They had that one nice drive to begin the game, but it resulted in a missed field goal from really close range, which sucked to see. We'll talk a bit about the kicker situation in a second. But after that fake punt, the offense has looked good. They have looked in sync. They've utilized the play action pass a lot. And almost every single time they've gone to the play action pass, it has worked great because Jenkins has gone to either 20-yard passes or deep down the field, and it's worked out well for FIU so far. Like you had mentioned, the defense did not look great. They actually figured things out there on that final drive to force the punt to make sure Kennesaw wasn't able to tie the game heading into halftime. But I will say I'm kind of liking the play calling so far on offense for FIU this game. Everyone has chipped in. Who was it that should have caught that one touchdown? I believe on the first drive that it went through his hands. I think it was Ferguson. Yeah, Ferguson. So that sucked to see. But beyond that, offense, I think they're firing on all cylinders after that fake punt.
Yeah, definitely. I think at least the air attack has been pretty good, and Lions is looking good as well. We've seen, I think, every running back FIU has. So we've seen Owens, we've seen Shamari, Flex, and Lions.
Yeah.
And obviously, we've also seen on the field. I don't think he's caught a pass yet, but Samaj Demps. So yeah, I mean, overall, pretty good. I can't ask for more. I mean, they need to win this game, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, they really need to win this game after everything that's gone this week. And yeah, hopefully we don't see a second half flop.
Yeah, by the way, hella nice viewership on that video that was posted earlier today with Kevin and I talking about what the hell happened these past few days. And the story continues to be unraveled and updated as it goes on. I know Panther Now did a thing with Reggie today that brought out a bunch some new information, but obviously we'll save that for maybe another day. Now we're focusing on FIU football. Let's talk about the kicking situation because Prado, we don't know what's up with Prado. If he's just having a bad game, maybe there's something wrong with him. We saw him sprinting around the sidelines after one PAT, but He missed the chip shot field goal on their first drive, and when FIU scored their first touchdown of the game, he missed the PAT as well. And after that, FIU has gone towards their another kicker. I guess this is technically the third string kicker, which with the last name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, Kevin. So please give me an assist there.
Let me find it. I trust me. I think we're on the same boat here. Robert Zermenchka, I believe is how you say it. Zermenchka?
Zeremcha, maybe?
Zermenchka. I don't know. I mean, this dude literally wasn't on the depth chart. I mean,
he's not on the depth chart.
I will say, though, I did get wind of it a couple of weeks ago that they may make a kicking change.
Okay.
And it would have been this guy. And I've been hearing that since the Vice game. So,
if I'm not mistaken, did Prado miss a kick in last week's game against Jacksonville State? I don't seem to remember that.
No.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with him that we don't know about. Maybe there's just, he's not having a good game. It is what it is. It doesn't look windy there.
Obviously, he told us he didn't come here to make field goals. He came here to do the kickoffs, which they did keep him in to do kickoffs, by the way. So he's still doing that. So something we'll have to ask on Tuesday if there is a press conference on Tuesday. But yeah.
So like you mentioned, Jenkins, 8 for 12, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Again, I think through this stretch where Jenkins has really blossomed, the best stat line that we see game in and game out is the fact that he's staying off that interception stat, which is great to see. Unlike another quarterback that plays for Miami that threw a weirdo pick earlier today. I'm not talking about Cam Ward, who threw a pick in the game against Wake Forest. I'm just going to say that. It was a weird pick too. He was falling down, flicked it, and then it was corralled. And that's all the Miami talk you're going to hear. They beat Wake Forest. So moving on. Eric Rivers, my God. It feels like a similar situation to what we saw against New Mexico State, where he's just been flying by the secondary, and they haven't really adjusted well to him so far. And Rivers he's using that speed and those hands to make Kennesaw State's defense pay. We talked about it with Kai that maybe Kennesaw State's secondary is the weak point of that defense. They've had a lot of quarterbacks just kind of run all over that Kennesaw State defense. And Rivers, my God, he's doing it well so far.
Yeah, I mean, not even just him. Dean Patterson, who connected with Key to begin the game, and I'm gonna have to look. The last time FIU had multiple 100-yard receivers, it probably has been a minute. So yeah, man. I mean, FIU is attacking pretty well on the air. There's another way to say it. I think we touched on that pretty early on, and they need to keep doing that. Kennesaw is a team that is not good against the pass. I'll give them credit. They've been able to run the ball very well. A team that I think that's kind of what they've been able to get going a little bit recently in these past couple of weeks. And Quay Ashley and Michael Benefield definitely have gotten it going for sure, and it's working out.
It's worth noting as we wait here for the second half to begin, Keywan Jenkins was seen after I think after the second touchdown, holding on to his hamstring as he was walking along the field. And on that final possession, which was the kneel down, it was not Jenkins in, but instead Shaden Perry. Kevin, what are your thoughts on that? Is there a bit of worry that maybe something's wrong with Jenkins, or maybe that, there was no need for Jenkins to come in anyways, to just throw in Paws Up podcast legend Shaden Perry in there? What did you make of that?
Well, just to clarify, it wasn't after the touchdown. It was before. I think it was on the play before the touchdown when they connected big time.
Setup.
It was like a 39-yard pass to Dean, and that's after. That's when you kind of see him running over, holding the hamstring. I think it was his right one. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, I mean, it could also be what you said. They don't need to put Key in there. No need to risk it. Let's just go with Shaden, go to the half, come back. Key One's good to go. But yeah, that's definitely something to look out on. Thankfully, FIU does have a lead to play with in this case. Not the greatest lead, but certainly one that could help. And FIU does get the ball to begin the second half. So,
so we're going to get an answer real quick.
Out right away. Yep, exactly.
By the way, shout out Jacksonville State with Liberty beating Western Kentucky. The Gamecocks will clinch a home field. I guess they're going to host the CUSA championship game. Who they're going to take on is to be decided. Obviously, the Western losing to Liberty is going to make them fall back. I don't know how Sam Houston is doing right now.
They lost to Jack State. Jack State.
Well, they lost to Jack. So we have absolutely no idea who could take it. Maybe the Liberty will come in and steal that second place spot again. We'll see. But all right,
well, we have Jack's. It's going to be Liberty and Sam Houston on Friday.
that could
And
determine a
then I
lot.
think, yeah, that probably will determine who goes.
Yeah,
And
winner.
obviously
Winner.
we'll see what
I
happens
mean,
with and then I think Western plays. I want to say, I don't know who they play.
Western takes on Jacksonville State next Saturday. So there
Then
you
yeah,
go.
this is going to be a big one for both teams next
A
week.
couple of
I
amazing
mean,
games next week. Yeah.
whoever wins is going. So I think that's
So,
the
but
end of it.
regardless, Jack State will be hosting. So the road to the COSA title goes through what's it, Amherst Stadium, I want to say. They're in Jacksonville, Alabama. So
Cool little city, I will
yeah.
say.
All right, FIU leads by a score of 20-17 at the half. Panthers will get the ball to start off the second half. We'll see you at the post-game show. Hopefully we have some good news to share. But until then, enjoy the rest of the half. Paws up.